evening all, welcome to My Aim Is True. My name is Charles Jenkins. It's a pleasure to be able to bring this record to you. If we could go back quite a few years now with me to when I was 16 years old, and I was obsessed with Elvis Costello, a complete and utter fanboy, and I was about to do my very first audition. It was in Adelaide. It was at a club, an audition for a club that was advertised as being on the fringe of the festival. So you can imagine the paparazzi and the lights that would have been attracted and the celebrities to that club. And so anyway, there I was at this audition, 16. I had red shoes on. Of course. Sadly, I've lost them. I had a hat. And I had cheap sunglasses, which I put on as I was about to perform the song. I know it may look these days more like Run DMC or something, but it was Elvis back then. So there I was, and I started my audition. Now that your picture's in the paper being rhythmically admired, and you can have anyone that you have ever desired, all you gotta tell me now is why? Welcome to the working week. Oh, I know it don't thrill you, I hope it don't kill you. Welcome to the working week. You gotta do it till you do it, so you better get to it. All of your family have to kill to survive, and they're still waiting for the big day to arrive. To you I felt that bury me alive. Welcome to the working week. Oh, I know it don't thrill you, I hope it don't kill you. Welcome to the working week. You gotta do it till you do it, so you better get to it. I hear you saying, hey, the city's alright, when you only read about it in books. Spend all your money getting so convinced that you never even bothered to look. Sometimes I wonder if we're living in the same land. Why'd you wanna be my friend when I feel like a juggler running out of hands? Welcome to the working week. Oh, I welcome to the working week. So fanboy here would read everything that Costello kind of said in interviews. School friends who had money to get NMEs or something like that, I'd steal them, and the Face magazine. It was via Elvis that I got into a lot of, I don't know him personally, via Mr. Costello, that I got onto lots of other kind of acts. Like I'd never heard of Graham Parsons before, or the band, or Randy Newman. That's his fault. That's Elvis's fault. You know, my brother had kind of Beatle records and Birds records and kind of all these First Division. So anyway, so I was reading this interview, and the question was your favorite or most influential person that you've met, Elvis. And I was a basketball fan back in my youth. Growing up in Adelaide, a follower of the Adelaide 36ers, I'm sure you're aware of them. Well, the Adelaide 36ers had an American import playing for them called Al Green. And so imagine my surprise when Elvis says, your most influential performer, Al Green. I thought, wow, Elvis likes basketball too. Asked me what I wanted, you only asked me why. I never thought that so much trouble was resting on my reply. I could say it was the nights when I was lonely, you were the only one who'd call. I could say I like your sensitivity, but you know it's the way that you walk. that there's always someone who can do it better than I can. Don't you think that I know that walking on the water won't make me a miracle man? Baby's got to have the things she wants. She's got to have the things she loves. She's got a 10-inch bamboo cigarette holder and a black leather patent glove. I'm doing everything just to try and please her, even crawling around on all fours. I thought by now it was gonna be easy. You still seem to want more. Why do you have to say that there's always someone who can do it better than I can? And don't you think that I know that walking on the water won't make me a miracle man? I've never given you a bad reputation just because you've never been denied. You try to say you've done it all before. Oh baby, how much you tried. Yet everybody loves you so much, girl. I don't know how you stand the strain. And I'm the one who's here tonight. I don't wanna do it all in vain. Why do you have to say that there's always someone who can do it better than I can? Don't you think that I know that walking on the water won't make me a miracle man? Oh yeah, miracle man, a miracle man. Thank you very much. So Fanboy used to read everything, and I remember once, it's going to help me with this song, this thing that I read. Elvis's father was a big band singer. At one point in time, Elvis had a gig to do with the London Symphony Orchestra, and his father called him up the night before and said, "Have you any idea about, you know what you're about to do?" And Elvis said, "No, I've got no idea what I'm about to do." And his father said to him, this is a great piece of advice from someone who's never had a singing lesson in their entire life, but his father said to him, "Always sing down to the note." I thought that was excellent advice. Should I elaborate on that? Yeah. Fuck it. I'll see you later. Sing along in these high bits. Oh, I know that she has made a fool of him, like girls have done so many nights before, time and time again. He's so strange, I don't know why, but somebody has to cry. There's gonna be no dancing when they get home. There's gonna be no dancing. There's gonna be no dancing. There's gonna be no dancing when they get home. Now he's telling her every little thing is done. Once he glanced at the jackets of some paperbacks. Now he's read everyone. He's such a drag. He's not insane. It's just that everybody has to feel his pain. There's gonna be no dancing when they get home. There's gonna be no dancing. There's gonna be no dancing. There's gonna be no dancing on my own. She's getting down on his knees. He finds that the brother's not so easy to please. After all these nights with just the papers he's caught it like some disease. He says no dancing, no dancing. Is gonna be no dancing on my own. She can't even speak to him. He can't face her now. He says, even though I wanna shake your hand, all I ever do is bow. So now you see how it can be. Why can't you give me anything but sympathy? There's gonna be no dancing when they get home. There's gonna be no dancing. 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 There's gonna be no dancing on my own. Thanks. So 16-year-old Elvis comes to town, and he's playing at the Theberton Theatre, but not in the little kind of dog box where I did the audition. He's playing in the main auditorium, the 1,000-seat auditorium, whatever it is. And myself and two friends wanted to, we just went along, to see the sound check. And we naturally assumed we'd get let in. I didn't realise until many years later how lucky we were. We kind of walked up to the venue just as the attractions were pulling up, and we asked Pete Thomas, drummer, if we could come in, and he kind of pointed at this guy and said, ask him. And it turned out later on that this guy we asked was Jake Riviere, Elvis's manager, the revered, the feared Jake Riviere, who said, yeah, sure, just stay out the way. So we kind of went in and we sat down, not really out the way, but we saw this most incredible performance. He did 8 songs at this sound check, none of which he played at the gig later on that night, and he sang them all completely differently. He sang in front of the beat, behind the beat. He sang different melodies. It was just such a beautiful masterclass for me. So I'd just like to, if you could kind of keep that in mind when you hear me kind of make what you may consider to be deviations upon the melody and the lyric and the chords. I'm just following Elvis's footsteps. Once upon a time I had a little money. Government burglars took it long before I could mail it to you. But you are the only one. I can't let it slip away. So with the man with the ticket tape tries to take care, this is what I'm gonna say. Blame it on Cain. Don't blame it on me. Oh, it's nobody's fault. We need somebody to burn. If I was a saint with a silver cup and the money got low, We could always heat it up or trade it in. But then that heaven, that radio would be wide to your purse. You can run down the wave band, coast to coast, hand in hand, back to West Coast for cuss. Don't be dissatisfied. You're not satisfied. Blame it on Cain. Don't blame it on me. Oh, it's nobody's fault. We need somebody to burn. I think I lived a little too long on the outskirts of town. I think I'm going insane from talking to myself for so long. But I've never been accused. When they step upon your face and wear that good look grin, I gotta break out one weekend before I do somebody in. And every single time I feel a little stronger. A voice says it's a crime, but how much longer? Blame it on Cain. Don't blame it on me. Oh, it's nobody's fault. We need somebody to burn. Blame it on Cain. Oh, please don't blame it on me. It's nobody's fault. But it just seems to be his turn. Thanks. All right. There was a period there, due to the next song, that I'd go out with a girl if she had 3 eyes, if she was called Alison. It was just a little bit like that, really. I'd stare lovingly into that third eye, and I'd sing her this song. Oh, it's so funny to be seeing you after so long, girl. With the way you look, I understand. You were not impressed. I heard you let that little friend of mine take off your party dress. I'm not gonna get too sentimental like those other sticky valentines, 'cause I don't know if you were loving somebody. I only know it isn't mine. Oh, Alison, I know this world is killing you. Alison, my aim is true. Well, I see you got a husband now. Did he leave your pretty fingers lying in the wedding cake? You used to hold him right in your hands. I bet he took all that he could take. Sometimes I wish that I could stop you from talking when I hear the silly things that you say. I think somebody better put out the big light, 'cause I can't stand to see you this way. Oh, Alison, I know this world is killing you. Alison, my aim is true. Thank you. Now everybody's breaking up somebody else's home before somebody else starts breaking up their own. I got you in my dreams. You should hear the things that you say. It's not that it's so much fun, it's safer that way. Sneaky feelings, sneaky feelings. You can't let those kind of feelings show. I like to get right through the way I feel for you, but I still got a long way to go. Why don't we call it a day and we can both confess? You could force me to use a little tenderness. White lies, alibis, anything but say that it's true. We can fall like lovers into each other's arms, but the madness of the moment might become too much for you. Sneaky feelings, sneaky feelings. You can't let those kind of feelings show. I like to get right through the way I feel for you, but I still got a long way to go. Sneaky feelings, sneaky feelings. You can't let those kind of feelings show. I like to get right through the way I feel for you. I'd like to get right through the way I feel for you. Get right through the way I feel for you, but I still got a long way, still got a long way, still got a long way to go. Still got a long way to go. Thank you very much. So there I was, 16-year-old, having triumphantly passed my audition with my Elvis Costello song, playing at the fringe of the festival, but great, great experience. I kept on telling myself, this will be a great experience. Get those red shoes on and just go out there, boy. So I stepped on stage with another trump card. I played Fanboy, played this song. Oh, I used to be disgusted. Now I try and be amused. Since the wings have got rusty, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. But when they told me about this side of the bargain, it's when I knew I could not refuse. I won't get any older now, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. And I was watching while you were dancing away. You look so fractured in the echo and sway. How come everybody wants to be your friend? You know that it still hurts me just to say it. Oh, I know she's disgusted, she's feeling so abused. She gets tired of the lust, and it's so hard to refuse. How can you say that I'm too old when the angels have stolen my red shoes? I said I'm so happy I could die. She said drop dead, then left with another guy. That's what you get if you go chasing after vengeance. Ever since she got me punched, this has been my sentence. Oh, I used to be disgusted. Now I try and be amused since the wings have got rusty. The angels wanna wear my red shoes, but when they told me about this side of the bargain, that's when I knew I could not refuse. I won't get any older now. The angels wanna wear my red shoes. We should all sing this one. Red shoes, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. Red shoes, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. Red shoes, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. Red shoes, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. Red shoes, the angels wanna wear my red shoes. Thank you very much. I have no more time left to gas bag. Okay. I'm gonna race through the second half of the record, attraction style. All right, here we go. Calling Mr. Oswald with a swastika tattoo. There is a vacancy waiting in the English voodoo, carving beef a vandal on the guilty boy's head. When he's had enough of that, maybe they'll take him to bed. Wish him is alive before he wishes he was dead. And turn up the TV, no one listening will suspect. Even your mother won't detect it, so your father won't know. They think that I got no respect, but everything means less than zero. Hey, 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 hey. Oswald and his sister are doing it again. They got the finest home movies that you have ever seen. They got 1,000 variations, every service with a smile. Gonna take a little break and they'll be back after a while. Well, I hear that South America is coming into style. Turn up the TV, no one listening will suspect. Even your mama won't detect it, so your father won't know. They think that I got no respect, but everything means less than zero. Hey, 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 hey. A pistol was still smoking. A man lay on the floor. Mr. Oswald said he had an understanding with the law. He said, I heard about a couple living in the USA. They traded in their baby for a Chevrolet. Let's talk about the future now. We've put the past away. Turn up the TV, no one listening will suspect. Even your mama won't detect it, so your father won't know. They think that I got no respect, but everything means less than zero. Hey, 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 hey. Restless, he was ready to kill. Jumped out the window cause he couldn't sit still. But Juliet was waiting with a safety net. Don't bury me cause I'm not dead yet. Why don't you tell me about the mystery dance? I'd like to know about the mystery dance. Why don't you show me cause I tried and I'm still mystified. I can't do it anymore and I'm not satisfied. Well, I remember when the lights went out, I was trying to make it look like it was never in doubt. She thought that I knew and I thought that she knew, so both of us were willing, but we didn't know how to do it. Why don't you tell me about the mystery dance? I'd like to know about the mystery dance. Why don't you show me, 'cause I tried and I'm still mystified. I can't do it anymore and I'm not satisfied. Well, I was down under the covers in the middle of the night, trying to discover my left foot from my right. You can see the pictures in any magazine. What's the use of looking when you don't know what they mean? Why don't you tell me about the mystery dance? I'd like to know about the mystery dance. Why don't you show me, 'cause I tried and I'm still mystified. I can't do it anymore and I'm not satisfied. We're out to heaven dodging lightning rods. I'm gonna have a very personal conversation with God. You got the information, why don't you say so? He said, I've been around and I still don't know. Why don't you tell me about the mystery dance? I'd like to know about the mystery dance. Why don't you show me, 'cause I tried and I'm still mystified. I can't do it anymore and I'm not satisfied. 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 I'm going to go and play a party after this, but hang around and drink and buy a brick and support this beautiful venue. I'll say goodbye now. Or later. I shouldn't talk. Okay. There was one song that just wasn't kind of etched into the brain, kind of burned into the brain of a 16-year-old. It was this one called "Pay It Back." It was the one song I had to go, and I just wasn't familiar with the melody of the verse, so I had to kind of go back and listen to it. Unlike the rest of it, which I've been able to bumble my way through. But I've really I started off playing it slowly so I could kind of get my head around it. Stayed there. Stop, thief, you're gonna come to grief if you don't take a little more care. You get more than this family plan from this one shoestring affair. I might be crazy, but I cannot contemplate being trapped between the doctor and the magistrate. One of these days I'm gonna pay it back, one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna pay it back, one of these days. And then they told me I could be somebody if I didn't let too much get in my way. And I tried so hard to be myself, but I keep on fading away. And then the lights went out and I didn't know what to do. If I could fool myself, maybe I could fool you. One of these days I'm gonna pay it back, one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna pay it back, one of these days. I wouldn't say that I was raised on romance. Let's not get stuck in the past. I love you more than everything in the world, but I don't expect that to last. They told me everything was guaranteed. Somebody somewhere must have lied to me. One of these days I'm gonna pay it back, one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna pay it back, one of these days. You're upstairs with a boyfriend while I'm downstairs just listening. I'm gonna stop that again. 2, 3, 4. You're upstairs with a boyfriend while I'm downstairs just listening. I hear calling his name, I hear the stutter of ignition. I spent all my time in the vanity factory, wondering how you're gonna take it all back. I'm not angry, I'm not angry anymore. I'm not angry, I'm not angry anymore. I know what you're doing, I know where you've been, I know where. I don't care, 'cause there's no such thing as an original sin. I got this camera click, 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 clicking in my head. I hear you talking with your hands, I see you speaking with your legs. Oh, I spent all my time in the vanity factory. How come you're gonna come and take it all back? I'm not angry, I'm not angry anymore. Oh, I know what you're doing, I know where you've been, I know where. I don't care, 'cause there's no such thing as an original sin. Angry, I'm not angry anymore. I'm not angry, I'm not angry anymore. Very kind. That was one of those cutting room floor songs that we were talking about earlier. It's called "Waiting for the End of the World." This one, we're getting towards obviously the end of the record, as you are very much aware. I'm not sure what version of My Aim Is True you guys had, but I had the later released one with Watching the Detectives on it. So I'm not going to do. Yeah, I'm going to do Watching the Detectives. I figure I should. And I learned another 15 Elvis Costello songs to play as well in the encore. But you'll all just have to come to my place to hear them there. All right. So wish me luck with this one. Man from the television caught onto the tree, and I wonder who he's gonna stick it in this time. Everyone was looking for a little entertainment, so they'll probably shut the power down along the line. We got stuck in the tunnel with no light shining. Got stuck with no light shining again. Touching all the girls that were too scared to call out. Nobody was saying anything at all. We were waiting for the end of the world. Waiting for the end of the world. Waiting for the end of the world. Dear Lord, I sincerely hope you're coming, 'cause you really started something. Things got back to normal as the train began to roll again. We got to the station about 20 minutes later. legendary hitchhiker says he knows where it's at. How he'd like to go to Spain or somewhere like that, with his two-tone Bible and his funny cigarettes, his suntan lotion and his castanets. We were waiting for the end of the world, waiting for the end of the world, waiting for the end of the world. Dear Lord, I sincerely hope you're coming, 'cause we really started something. And then the bride, the groom, the congregation, and the priest all got onto the train when we were 3 stations east, yeah. Hiding from the scandal in the national press. They've been trying to get married since they stole the wedding dress. You can see them wandering up and down the beach. Just don't throw out the lifeline until they are clean out of reach. Waiting for the end of the world, waiting for the end of the world, waiting for the end of the world. Dear Lord, I sincerely hope you're coming, 'cause you really started something. Nice girl's not one with a defect, cellophane shrink wrap so correct, red dogs under illegal legs. She looks so good that he gets down and begs. She is watching the detectives. Oh, he's so cute. She is watching the detectives. Oh, and they shoot, 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 shoot. They beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded when he's got no heart. Long shot of that jumping sign, visible shivers running down my spine. Cut the baby taking off her clothes. Close up of the sign that says we never close. You snatch your tune and you match your cigarette. She pulls the eyes out with a face like a magnet. I don't know how much more of this I can take. She's filing her nails while they're dragging the lake. She is watching the detectives. Oh, he's so cute. She is watching the detectives. Oh, and they shoot, 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 shoot. They beat him up until the teardrops start. He can't be wounded when he's got no heart. Think you're alone until you realize you're in it. Fear is here to stay, love is here for a visit. They call it instant justice when it's past the legal limit. Someone's scratching at the window. I wonder who is it. The detectives come to check if you belong to the parents who are ready to hear the worst about their daughter's disappearance. It nearly took a miracle to get me to stay. And I took my little fingers to blow you away. Like watching the detectives don't get cute. Just like watching the detectives. I get so angry when the teardrops start, but I can't be wounded when he's got no heart. much, everyone. That has been My Aim Is True. Thank you to Pure Pop. Thank you for coming along. A quick one, and then we all rush to the bar and buy lots of drinks. Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, it will. I have obscure songs, but I figure it's best if I do this. I just don't know where to begin. Though he says he'll wait forever, it's now or never, but she keeps him hanging on. That silly champion. She says she can't go home without a chaperone. And accidents will happen, we're only hit and run. Refuse to be a victim, now you're not the only one. Accidents will happen, we're only hit and run. I don't wanna hear it, 'cause I know what I've done. There's so many fish in the sea that only rise up in the sweat and smoke like mercury, but they keep you hanging on. They say you're so young, your mouth is made up, but your mind is undone. Accidents will happen, we're only hit and run. Refuse to be a victim, now you're not the only one. Accidents will happen, we're only hit and run. I don't wanna hear it, 'cause I know what I've done. It's the damage that we do, you never know. It's the words that we don't say that scare me so. There's so many people to see, so many people you can check upon and add to your collection, but they keep you hanging on. They say you're so young, your mouth is made up, but your mind is undone. Accidents will happen, we're only hit and run. Refuse to be a victim, now you're not the only one. Accidents will happen, we're only hit and run. I don't wanna hear it, 'cause I know what I know what I know what I've done. I Thank you very much. Hey, Dave. See you later. Thank you so much. Thank you.